know some of us may have been invited to come, and we had no idea what we were going to speak about today. But it's important that we understand a few things when it comes to self and our role in businesses. So today, our topic is passion. Passion in our life's fulfillment, what we're going to do, our next step, that position that we have to take in life or that we find ourselves searching for in life that comes about in a way that we don't always anticipate, but we have to be prepared for it. Or someone will ask you, what is your passion in life? And we're looking at them a bit cross eyed because we're wondering, I don't know. I don't know what my passion is in life. But if you're still searching, or even if you think you know, we have to keep in mind that there are actually ways to ID passion. There's a flag for passion, and there's two markers that can provide that acknowledgement for us, that identification of what the passion is for us in our lives. The reasons why we walk, breathe, eat, sleep, we are doing it to fulfill this specific role that we are here for, that we're going to be great at, that we're going to fulfill, and it's going to touch others' lives. So, what would be the first flag? What's that first hallmark of how we know what our passion is? One hallmark is when you are in avoidance. And I hate to say it like that because some of you are looking at me like, why would I avoid my passion? But it's almost human nature to veer away from what is not a comfort for us. And many times our passion, until we get into it, until we step into that actual role, everything that surrounds it is a bit uncomfortable. And so we're in a position where we're looking at what the passion is, and it's not clear. And we know we want to do something. An example would be I have a friend. We used to call him Pastor Greg. And Pastor Greg was great when he stood up in front of people and spoke, and people listened and they were adherent, and everyone wanted to talk to him after the service, and everyone would surround him and get hugs and all kinds of love. And Pastor Greg ended up leaving the church, and the calling kept calling. The calling kept coming up in some theme of his life, whether it be through a friend, most importantly, a stranger, would just request some counsel, some advice. Well, what do you think of this? And it would be in simple passing conversation. And it wasn't until he said one day, my daughter came to me and asked, when am I going back to the church? Not to sit in the pew, not to sit in the audience, but to be the one giving the sermon. So through others' eyes, it often seems clear. And it took him the detail, that planning of going forward and failing a few times before it became clear, this is my passion. I love doing this. Getting into that position, having people look at you and acknowledge that is your passion, it's not always out there in open arms and hands and everyone's congratulating you. It's not always that easy. So many times when we have a passion, great men such as Deepak Chopra and